雨、降る。
いやー、お疲れ先生。
これで1箇所攻略が完了しました。
急ご騎士だ。ライブはいつ終わるんでしょうね。 後の手を。ではまた次の場所へ。大丈夫してます。
誰もそこからは逃れられない。
また振り出しに戻ってしまいましたね。ですが、それでも力を合わせて、頑張りましょう。お疲れ様です、先生。
the cinema, which, you know, I could easily get online anywhere, but for some reason I found myself paying for the pleasure to sit in a cinema to do it. Is that the kind of thing that works, Russell?
Yeah, you want to be with other people, like-minded people. You want to create that experience. So with us at the Bioscope, the moment you walk in, the soundtrack is playing, you know. So with One Battle After Another, that incredible soundtrack that hopefully will get nominated, is playing in our cafe. With the Bruce Springsteen screenings, we're in this incredible little center here in Joburg where there's probably one of the best vinyl record stores in the country. And we put a special selection of Bruce Springsteen vinyls together for people to browse and buy. We have a gift shop, and probably one of the only cinema gift shops I know, maybe in Africa. And a big part of our business is the pizza and cocktails that you'll have. When we screened Sinners earlier this year, that's a movie that makes you want to drink bourbon if you're of age. And, you know, and it's such a beautiful celebration of the blues music. So hearing that as you walk in and drinking a bourbon cocktail, and we've got this incredible courtyard with a fountain and fairy lights. And it's all about that. It's always been an event, and as you said, now more than ever, it has to be that.
Kate, do you think it's going to change the kind of films that actually get made?
Ooh, that will be interesting to be seen. We've seen some pretty dramatic shifts in the cinema going for various genres in our sector here. Horror has become quite popular and kind of a tentpole of its own sort. That generally we know that horror films can be made on a specific budget and can generally make that budget back up with audiences. Documentary has been more often than not going direct to streaming. And so those have less theatrical releases. So I'll be very curious to see how the next couple of years pan out in that realm.
Russell, what do you think on that front?
Yeah, no, you're right. Horror is one of those lovely things that you want to be with other people. You want to hear the
screams,
the yelps and the screams. Documentary for us works when it's like cause-based stuff, and those groups can get together and rally together and have meetings. You know, we've done quite a bit with Palestinian action groups. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, it's just the fact that so many of our sort of A-list movie stars are in TV shows. That line has been completely blurred. You know, we've got huge CGI dragons on our TVs. Our TVs are cheaper than they ever were before to have a nice big TV setup. And I'm sure it's the same around the world, but a lovely sort of thing to have in your house, if you've got a certain sort of echelon of money, is to basically have a cinema in your house. So Joburg right now has got thousands of cinemas. They're just in people's houses. And so it is very hard to tell that person, no, you need to come down the road and go to a shopping mall. You've got to get them out because, you know, this is the one day that we all watch Empire Records, or this is going to be presented in a particular way, or it's a film you can't access. And it's a lovely night out, you know. You've got to try a lot harder.
I take your point that lots of us basically have cinemas in our sitting rooms now if we've got enormous televisions. You own an actual one. You must eat so much popcorn.
There was definitely a point in my 20s, because we've been doing this for 15 years now. There was definitely a point where I was nourished solely on popcorn,
Worst ways to earn a living, I guess. Russell Grant in Johannesburg, South Africa, and Kate Markham in Chicago in the US. Thank you both. And we started that discussion because of the really awful box office results from this new Sydney Sweeney film, Christie, which is out at the moment. Just $1.3 million taken in its first weekend in the US box office. Something that is a bit of a broader trend, as they were explaining there, in that sort of middle category of film. Elsewhere, we just had some breaking news come through to us here from our correspondent Sally McBeal from our Arabic service, who said the coalition of the incumbent Iraqi Prime Minister has won the majority of votes in the parliamentary elections, according to the High Election Commission. So that news just there after that election yesterday. We'll try and find out any more information about that if we can, as you stay with us here on the BBC World Service.
This is the BBC World Service, with a story of energy and change in Bolivia.
We are suffering an economic crisis.
Bolivia was once central to South America's gas supply, but today the wells are dry and the challenges ahead are astronomical.
Striking gas in Bolivia, today at 9:30 GMT. In 60 minutes, join Mobeen Azhar for Outlook.
Lois Gibson has always loved art, but after becoming the victim of a violent attack, she turned her talent for drawing into a powerful weapon in the fight against crime, with her success winning her a place in the Guinness Book of World Records.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.